Pricing discovery is in many ways a very simple process, but it can be very difficult. It's simple to know how to do it. It can be difficult to do. So the knowing how to do it. The simplicity of pricing discovery is you go to prospect. I'm presuming you're at a point where you don't have customers, you have prospective customers, because usually that's when we're trying to figure out the price of a thing. There's two types of products. The centrality of some products is appeal. The centrality of some products is a functional solution. It really doesn't make a difference which one it is. It's easier for most people to get their head around the pricing of function. Is yours a consumer appeal product or a product that solves a problem, generally speaking?
I think it's more on the consumer appeal.
Do you mind telling me what it is, by any chance?
It's a tartan sari.
Tartan saris. Okay, you're right. That is both a functional product and an appeal. The theory says you go to prospective customers and you try to unwind what it cost them to solve the problem today. Now, this doesn't sound logical in the context of what you and I are talking about, right? Because there's an appeal element to this, and that's why we're going to have to recapitulate. But I'm going to start with that because there actually is a functional element. I know that the substitute is the price of the pain. And that is to say, if you don't know the pain, you know the substitution. You know that you're buying this instead of that. What does that cost? That is the choice they're implicitly making. And you need to know the substitution price. So you see how others have created the categories that you're going to exist in, whether you want to exist in them or not. The perfect example of your situation is perfume. Perfume and sugar water, by the way, are God's gift to marketing. So Coca-Cola and perfume, because neither one of them is anything. These are products upon which brands make their stamp because the products themselves have no meaning in of themselves. The other one is vodka. In large part, the only thing that determines premium over standard vodka is the quality and therefore the cost of filtration. And therefore the only difference in vodkas is how many contaminants are in it, and therefore how much of the contaminants you taste. And therefore once you remove that arbitrary designation, you put them all at the same cost basis, there is utterly no distinction except for whatever is sitting in your head that makes you perceive a distinction, and that is brand. There's no relationship between cost and value, which is how you know that it's the brand that covers the gap. We impress upon it something. All products that are based on allure and desire, we desire them because they fulfill an emotional gap, generally speaking, are made up in large portions of brand. So in your case, tartan saris, there is absolutely a portion of this involved. There's a desire. Before any of us enter any marketplace, somebody else has already entered that market and has already created categories of value. They've created brand positions that say this is worth this. Perfume, like your product, exists in the market, and therefore you have a range of perfumes, a range of brands, a range of positions. If I enter the market with a new perfume, I'm competing against a perfume that exists for which a price has already developed around that brand value in the market. And I'm substituting for it. This is how you answer the price question. What product do you aspire to be the equivalent of? Chanel or Topshop? What are all the different brands that they could purchase that are suitable and appropriate for your target audience, for this woman who's going to buy this? And you need to find those products. You need to look at those products. I would actually put it up on a wall, cutouts of these other products, and put the price ranges that they have, and the pricing will sort. And if your product is desperately out of price range from them, either because you're charging much less, then charge a lot more, and if it costs too much, then you've created a product that you cannot substitute in those price ranges, and therefore don't try.